What's up, Buck?
Oh, I'm excited for Monday night, man. I'm cautiously
Monday Night
optimistic.
Football.
I'm cautiously optimistic. The Chiefs looked pretty damn good last week, and I just expect that to progress. So, yeah, man, it's been a good week.
Yep. I'm hoping to keep the momentum going, but this Jaguars team, we were asked after the game last week, if we thought the Jaguars, the Jags were real, and we told them, hey, we don't know, but we have done research now, and we do know a lot about them now. And so the Jags got a new, this is messing me up really bad. The Jags got a new head coach in Liam Cohen, and he was formerly the OC for Tampa Bay for 2 years prior to this, and then but prior to that, the Rams. So I think he was the offensive coordinator when the Rams were, lighting it up. So he's revamped the entire team almost. I mean, they 24 of their 53-man roster is freaking new players. So this team is completely different from the team we played last year.
He was first overall pick. And I got to be honest, up until right now, what he's given the Jaguars is not impressive. Now, whether that's
it's like
his
hit
fault,
and miss, though, right? It's like hit and miss for him.
He's had games, but when you can't I guess I'm coming from a very spoiled place right now where we didn't even get the number one pick, and we're talking about one of the best quarterbacks of all time to play on our team. So to me, a number one pick should at least match that, if not do better. That's a absolutely ridiculous thing to think of it. But coming from me, a Chiefs fan, a Patrick Mahomes fan, a number one pick I would just think would be a little more productive over his career. Now that could be the coach, could be the play calling, could be the whole, the chemistry of the whole team together. We know how that can change with just one or two players. We've seen it here in Kansas City, and we've seen it all over the NFL. I mean, teams can change very quickly. Look what happened to the Patriots after Tom Brady left.
Well, it seems under this new head coach, it is changing quite a bit. There's reports of still some problems in the locker room and in the back office, but it seems like he's trying to address those, and they're coming out hot, and they're coming out hot a little differently now. They have this Travis Etienne, right?
Etienne.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name, but he's basically their main running back, and he's leading the NFL in carries over 10 yards through these first 4 weeks. And they're basically giving, Trevor a little more time and a little more help from the run game, making play action easier, making, those types of things easier. But I think Trevor is still someone we can pressure. We'll talk about that when we talk about like strengths and weaknesses and things to watch. But Travis, how do you say it?
Etienne.
Travis Etienne. Yeah. So I looked him up because I was like, is he a rookie? Right? And dude, so in 2022, he had a 5.1 average, 5 TDs. This was his rookie year, 1,125 yards, right? Then in 2023, he went down to a 3.8 average, but he had 1,008 yards. But so he was leaned on more. But then in 2024, last year, he had 150 carries, 3.7 average, 558 yards. I thought, well, did he get hurt? No, he just he played 15 games. So I was just like, what's the deal here? And then right now, 4 games in, he has 65 carries for 394 yards, 6.1 average, and 2 TDs. His best average he's had so far. So has he figured something out? Has the offensive line changed a bit? These are the things that I was just a little curious about. And I'm guessing the offensive line has changed quite a bit because they have 24 new players on the 53-man roster.
Yeah, you really got to think it's the offensive line. And I think that this kind of player, Travis Etienne, is the kind of guy that we here in Kansas City can kind of appreciate. I mean, that's kind of been one of the conversation pieces, is really having a strong, like, dominant number one running back would absolutely change the entire structure of this offense, which I believe is, like I kind of said earlier, I think the offense is on an upward trajectory, and that's exciting to me because the offense did really good. But I mean, if you could imagine a guy that could average 6.1 yards per carry, running the ball, first and second, probably third down, it wouldn't hurt to have, Kareem Hunt stick around for those third downs. I still trust him for those, but man, that would be amazing. Not to take away from what Pacheco has done for us. I appreciate him. I love him. He's not that caliber of.
Yeah, well, and so this is the beauty of having chat, and we trust chat, and chat helps us through things, and so looks like Bigsby was stealing a lot of carries from him, and it seems like the old coaching regime, looking from the stats and stuff, might have like kind of given up on him, and it seems like the new head coach coming in here, Liam, has been like, no, we have confidence in you. We're gonna bring you back. You were a 1,000-yard rusher. Let's show the world what you have. And I mean, he's only 60 some yards away from his total yards all season last year right now. So he's definitely looking good.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch him, see what he can do in person.
Do you want to talk a little bit about their wide receivers and tight ends? Because I had their tight end last year in fantasy.
Yeah, so wide receivers, tight ends, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Evan Engram. He's on my team. Or actually, no, I dropped him last week.
Yeah, he was on my team last year.
Brian Thomas Jr. So Ridley and Kirk are fairly reliable pass catchers. They've got some moves. I'm really excited to see what Spags draws up against this offense. I was seriously impressed what he was able to get against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, and I really think that that's going to be one of the tougher game plans to have to come up with. So I think they're coming off strong, and they've got some momentum. They don't have any huge, like Tyreek Hill. Oh man, sorry Tyreek, buddy, but they don't have.
We'll be talking about that later.
Yeah, we don't have any, or they don't have the big time wide receiver. So I mean, they're really looking for, to spread the ball out, try to find the open guy and go to the guys that they trust.
But I mean, it's a pretty solid group, though.
It is.
I would say our receiving core just trumps them by leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds is a bit of a stretch, but I do agree that they are superior. Once Rice comes back, I would agree that it's, leaps and bounds. But I think right now, we've only seen Worthy back for one game, and it was obvious they tried to get the ball to him quite a bit, and early and often, which is awesome, and he looked fantastic. But I'm not 100%. The risk for re-injury is still a valid point to consider, and I'm not completely 100% sure that he can do that on a game-by-game basis.
I'm not super worried about it now after watching him. He
took
something
some
we talked about last year about him. I noticed about halfway through the year, maybe 3/4 through the year, I noticed he was missing balls, but he was missing balls because he was keeping himself safe from injury, which was interesting to me. I was like, you know what? This is actually smarter. And I'm going to finish this statement here in just a second. But Brian Parrott in chat reminds everybody, please like this. Please like it, share it out. If you're on Facebook, X, wherever you're watching this is streaming to like 7 different locations. Share it out. Tell your friends. Get more people in here. Let's get it going. Like. All right. But yeah, so Worthy, turns out I found out today, watching the Rich Eisen show, Worthy came on and interviewed. Did you know this was Worthy's first game he's ever missed in his entire life? Like the first time he's ever missed games in his entire life.
Oh,
first
with
time,
this injury?
Yeah, first time he's ever been
Wow.
injured in his entire life. I did not know that.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so when he got injured, he was like, something feels wrong. Something feels wrong. I can't get up. What's going on? Like, and he got helped up, and then he was just like, wait a second, I have to miss the game? Like, it was a completely new and foreign experience for him, which really,
That had to add to
really,
the shock.
yes, like, but that's why he wanted to get back in. He said it was horrible sitting out, but that makes me realize that he knows how to not get hurt. And something I saw and mentioned on the podcast multiple times last year, that I realized the reason he wasn't getting these sideline catches is because he was keeping himself safe. And I was like, you know what? I actually think that's better, because if he gets a great catch but he gets hurt, who cares? He's gone. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather him not get the catch, keep himself safe. So I think with the training staff thinking he's good and him like continuing to keep himself safe, I saw him take different falls that you would take differently. I think he's going to be okay.
Cool thing.
Yeah, thank you for letting us know. So their defense is scary, okay? But we have to watch. Travion Walker's been moving around from questionable to doubtful, questionable to doubtful. Travion Walker is going to be the pass rusher. If he's out, we have a lot easier time. If he plays, I mean, I don't know what how bad the wrist injury that he has is, but I mean, a wrist injury could be pretty rough. But at the same time, they could splint it up, and maybe it doesn't even.
And if
but
he doesn't
it
play
still
100%,
doesn't have
he's still
handwork.
better than what their option is to replace him. Yeah.
Yeah, so if he
still has his
plays,
legs.
that's scary. But these guys are turning the ball over constantly. So that's something the Chiefs are going to need to watch. They're punching the ball out. They're intercepted. They're leading the league in turnovers. Something like 9 turnovers in 4 weeks. I mean, it's absolutely nuts.
Oh, yeah. We both did it there. All right. And salty again, man. Brian Thomas has serious butterfingers this year, too, and Travis Hunter has been meh. That's a whole lot of truth there with Travis Hunter. Now, here's my fear with him.
He's been hit and miss, though.
He has been hit.
He's been doing better because of the run game.
He's had some hit on the defensive side. I've seen a couple of highlights, and so his ceiling is pretty high, I believe. I just don't think he's really comfortable in this league yet. I think things could get better for him.
Yeah, but Travis, I don't know. I think he's been pretty dang good on the defense, but I don't know that we really have to worry about him on offense. And Trevor Lawrence has been just kind of like he has struggled with the deep pass, which I think our corners lock him down pretty good, but the Jags, they do have some pretty good strengths.